Hello, everybody, and happy Thursday if you're doing this live. Hello, morning, afternoon, or evening if you're doing this on replay. Today, we're going to do a feel-good stretch. So I'm going to target the muscles that tend to be very tight for the majority of us, and we're going to get into feeling just amazing head to toe. So let's start first by coming into a reverse plank. And what we're going to do is alternate between a reverse plank, and then I want you to come down, split, and reach forward. And we're going to go really gentle as we wake up the body. So we're opening everything up, lifting our hips up, squeezing our core, and then gently placing hips down on the ground and reaching forward long through the hamstrings. And we're going to go alternating for another 25 more seconds here. Good. You'll even feel the biceps in those arms as you push up into that reverse plank. You may or may not have done this one before. I love doing this stretch because it really stretches a lot of the muscles in the arms, the chest. Good. And then, of course, getting into those hamstrings that can always use a little bit of extra love. Now, I love these 10-minute stretches because today specifically is going to be a full body stretch. Good, that you can add on to any other workout that we do. Okay, go ahead and face me. You're gonna bring one foot in, one out to the side, and we're gonna reach gently towards the side, and then you're gonna turn and face your knee and reach again, getting a little bit more rotation in the upper body. And we're gonna alternate between the two. So placing your elbow on the inside of the leg, and then facing your knee and grabbing towards the outside of your ankle. Good, we'll be here again for another 15 seconds. Lunchtime stretch, yay, that's perfect. Good, and then twist. So just adding a little bit more range of motion when you can. So inside of your ankle, reach. I love that, Lori. And then turn towards your knee and reach. Perfect, and then we're just gonna gently switch and hit the other side. So bend one leg in, sit up tall, reaching towards the knee. And then inside ankle. And easing into it just like you did on that first lead. So notice I don't bring my arm right away. Just feeling it through my back, feeling it through my adductors. And you know when you stretch, you're going to feel it a little bit differently than somebody else just because of the very specific places of our bodies. Go ahead and add that arm when you're ready. That tend to get over tight just for us. It's very individual. But I can't assume that the majority of us have tight hamstrings and hip flexors, which we're going to get into next. Good, just give me one more. So reaching towards that knee, and then dropping that inside arm and reaching overhead. Stretching is just like anything else. The more you do it, the better you get at it. Okay, so come back to that first lead side. You're going to bend your knee and then bend the opposite leg back and sit up nice and tall. Okay, now we're going to lean backwards and open up the hip flexor. Love this stretch. Don't worry if you feel inflexible when you do this for the first time. Try to keep both of your hips seated on the ground. I just want you to reach back. Good, and then reach forward. So coming in and out of that stretch, I'm going to turn a little bit more to the side for you. Reaching back, and when you feel like you have a little bit more range of motion, then you can go a little deeper and forward, all while feeling it in your hip flexors. Good, taking your time coming in and out of these stretches. Again, it's more of a flow, which I like to stretch this way, so that it is movement-based. You can use it any time of day. It can reinvigorate you, energize you. Great lunchtime stretch. Good, drop it back. Notice you can take this arm back a little further as you get more and more comfortable. Good, just give me another 10 seconds and we're gonna switch leads. Great job. All right. Gently switch those legs. Now I call it a windmill switch. You just kind of flip both knees now to the opposite side, sitting up nice and tall, and then easing into this other side. So leaning back and then coming forward. Good. And so really try to keep both of your hips on the floor. That's going to be a tough positioning if you have really tight hips. So just do your best. Good. And then add that reach overhead when you can. Always making sure your abs are really tight. So it's also always a good idea to keep that core really engaged. Good. You'll know that your core is not tight if you feel your rib kind of pop out, your rib cage, I should say, not your rib. But you really want to make sure everything stays in alignment. That's really the key. It's staying in complete alignment, head to toe, in every position. That's going to give you the best stretch as well. Good. Okay, go ahead and face me. Now windmill those legs one more time. This time I want you to now extend that bottom leg and cross. So I just want to make sure we were back on, I'll turn this way, on that first side. So you're going to twist, good, and then switch. And we're going to alternate between these before we get into the glutes a little bit. Good. Give me one more each leg. Feeling that upper body, nice big rotation. Shoulders go towards opposite sides of the room. Great job. Okay, bring it back to that first side. Now I want you to cross and just think about making a figure 4. And from here, you're going to bend your knee and push everything up. Good. Now switch. Actually, stay here. You're going to come in and out of this glute stretch. So see, toe comes up and then push your hips high. So our flow actually does remain on one side for this one. Sit and drive everything up. Good. Going back to that reverse plank, you feel your biceps. Yes, so try to keep your palms firmly planted on the ground. Press up, exhale. Good. Can you give me one more? Keep squaring out that top knee. Press it up. And come down. Give me one last twist, and then we'll switch sides. Great work. Okay, other knee now comes across. So we have that figure 4, sitting up really tall. Bend that bottom leg. Go to the side there for you. And then press all the way up. Trying to keep that bottom leg, so I'm looking to see 90 degrees. Angles are really important in stretching. Now as I sit down, I kind of slide my hips through, lift my toe. That's going to make that glute stretch a little bit tighter. Press it up, drop it down. Good. So keep coming in and out and sitting low. Nice job. Man, these 10 minutes, I say it every time, they go by so quickly. But it's great because it's one of those, everybody's got 10 minutes to stretch. So just put it in your calendar. Pop it in. It's going to make you feel guaranteed better than when you started. Getting the body moving, getting the blood flowing. All right, from here, go ahead and give me that last twist again to match the first lead side. Okay, coming into child's pose because shoulders are always a point of tightness for the majority of us. Okay, come down into your child's pose position. So sink down. Notice I pushed my knees out just slightly. Good. Now you're also going to feel, and you can shift your hips side to side, you're going to feel your hip flexors a little bit too. Good. All right, coming up to all 4, slide one arm through. Now if you feel like you can do this safely, bring one arm up overhead. Rotation is such a great movement to stretch as well. Good. Okay, switch sides. Slide that other arm through. Now you want to brace yourself, make sure you feel safe and controlled, then bring that opposite side up. Perfect. Okay, arms are going to go in front, and we're going to place elbows down. Now I want you to sink back again into your child's pose with your elbows connected to the floor. Now bring your palms together and bring your palms up. Woo, hello, separate those shoulders. And release. Let's go in and out of that just 2 more times. If you have tightness through your rotators, holy cow, you feel that. I definitely hit my shoulders this week. What about you? All right. Rotation one more time. So come on up, slide through, stack, switch. Other arm, slide through, reach. Perfect. Come back. Elbows down. Sink back. Arms up. Good job. In and out just 2 more times. Then we're going to finish with a really great adductor stretch. And then You are good to go. Last one. Okay, gently come back. If you want to shake out your low back at all, you can give it a couple cat-cow. Okay, walk your hands back, bring your feet underneath you. Now I'm going to leave us with this stretch today. This is an underrated adductor. Let me come a little close to you. An underrated adductor stretch that I'd love to encourage everybody to do. So I'm actually up on my toes. You're going to try to sit up tall. Keep the spine really neutral, not necessarily straight, right? Our spine has a natural curve. Abs engaged, and then you're pushing your knees out to the side. And it's a great adductor stretch. You can even rock side to side. So I'll leave us with that stretch today. If you enjoy these 10 minutes, and even if you want to do maybe a 20-minute coming up in the future, please let me know in the comments, but save this one. This was a great stretch, 10 minutes, that's all it takes to get into some muscles that tend to get really tight. I will put the muscles in the description so you can always refer back to it, but I hope you come back and utilize this to keep our bodies more flexible. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week, Tuesday, Thursday, 9 a.m., and you'll see Lori on Monday. Excuse me, Lori. You'll see Amy on Monday. We see Lori every day. All right, you guys, make it a fantastic rest of your day.